fired those who rushed to bail out the too-big-to-fail institutions with billions of taxpayer dollars, but then had to be dragged kicking and screaming to extend unemployment benefits for hardworking Americans who lost their jobs because of those same banks and insurance companies. These greedy institutions and their supporters remind me of the joke about the man who murdered his parents and then had the nerve to throw himself on the mercy of the court as an orphan. It's outrageous. Yes, we needed to do something to turn this economy around. But what if, instead of giving billions to those irresponsible corporations in the form of a bailout, what if instead we had invested in community banks to spur loans to small businesses and students? It's that kind of bottom-line focus on what actually helps everyday people that I will bring to Washington. It's time to reform Wall Street, so there will be no more taxpayer bailouts. And if a bank fails, the CEO will be fired, not paid a bonus courtesy of the taxpayers. After all, the only thing we should ever consider too big to fail is the American middle class. We are starting to see small signs of a recovery. We need representatives who are going to work to strengthen our economy and recovery, not cut it off at the knees. As President Obama has said, we need leaders who are less worried about their own jobs and more worried about yours. In the short run, we need to help those devastated through no fault of their own. We must extend unemployment benefits as needed, but we can think creatively too. We should help these families hang on to their homes by offering no-interest bridge mortgage loans as they search for new jobs. States to implement programs like the New Hampshire Working Initiative that Governor Lynch signed into law last week. It's an innovative answer to a tough problem. You know, I envision an economy in which our government puts people to work rebuilding our crumbling, often unsafe infrastructure. Those are jobs that cannot be outsourced. I envision an economy in which young adults can afford a college education. Currently, students can earn grants by serving our country through AmeriCorps. I propose a program in which grandparents can serve their community and then pass along the $5,300 college grant to their college-age grandchild. I envision an economy that is powered by our own clean, green energy. There are millions of jobs to be created in engineering, construction, marketing, retrofitting, and cutting-edge research and development at companies like GT Solar here in Amherst, New Hampshire, that are paving the way to make New Hampshire and the United States a leader in green technology. We have some catching up to do. Our addiction to fossil fuels has allowed others to get the jump on us in developing these technologies. But I have boundless faith in the creativity and the competitiveness of the American people. With the right policies, partnered with the talent of our private sector, we can lead the world economically while protecting our environment and freeing our country from a dangerous reliance on foreign oil. We know this isn't going to happen overnight. We need to roll up our sleeves and get back to work. In the 1990s, America was lucky to have a smart president who focused like a laser beam on fixing the economy and helping the middle class. By the time President Clinton left office, we had substantial and growing surpluses, and our economy was thriving. And then came the Bush years. With Charlie Bass riding shotgun, they drove our economy into the ditch with 2 wars, a huge expansion of Medicare, and enormous tax cuts, all charged to the credit card. Our credit card. And now, Charlie Bass wants us to hand him the keys to the car so he can drive us off a cliff. You've got to be kidding me. By the way, did you hear that Bass now claims to have have joined the Tea Party. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. You know, Bass joining the Tea Party is like Ray Buckley joining the John Sununu fan club. Not terribly credible, is it? Let's be honest. If Bass had been in the Boston Harbor in 1775, he would have been hitting up the East India Tea Company for a campaign contribution. They're real charming. If I have the honor of serving you in Congress, I promise I'm not going to listen to the corporate and financial lobbyists who are paid millions to stand in the way of reform. And I'm not going to listen to the angry mobs who sometimes drown out the voices of civility and reason. I want your 2 cents. My friends, my neighbors, and people like you across this district. Of course we won't always agree. And you won't all always agree with each other either. But together I know we'll take the wisdom and spirit of New Hampshire to Washington. Yes! Congress for Tim and others like him who just want the chance to work. I promise to fight for you every day in Washington, but I need your help to get there. I know we can create jobs. We can create good jobs. I know it because that is what Democrats have done time and again, from Roosevelt to Kennedy to Clinton and now Obama. From falling into poverty. It is we Democrats who will lead the fight to power our country with our own clean energy. It is we Democrats who are the only ones who can be grown-ups and fix the federal budget. And it is we Democrats who stand up for a decent society in which everybody has an equal place at the table. That's why we stand up for marriage equality and against racial profiling in Arizona.